Welcome to the OCCMHA Intranet. The intranet was developed for all staff and for all new hires as a central point of communication and collaboration for the entire company. So this is a Google site that includes all of our applications and all of our Google documents all linked into the intranet. All computers within the company are set up so that Chrome will automatically launch when they log in, and this is the default homepage for users. It's a secure socket layer web page. Users have to authenticate. It's also available on the public intranet as intranet.occmha.org. So this allows all of our remote workers to have the same capabilities and abilities as the people that work in the office on a daily basis, no matter what device they're using. They can be using a Chromebook, which is very popular within our organization for doing all of this, as well as being able to access it from their home computers with Firefox, Internet Explorer, Chrome the browser, or Safari on the Mac. Also working on tablet computers and Android devices as well. So it's our launch pad for our company. So just basically to take you around and show you some of the information that is available from the intranet. We have, of course, Gmail, which is for our corporate email, of which we also have Google Apps message encryption. Because we use PHI and because we're with mental health records, we use Zix Corporation's Google Apps message encryption with Google email, so we can send encrypted emails to and from ourselves and from our provider agencies outside the company. We use Google Calendar. Google Calendar for us in the enterprise version that we're using, Google Enterprise for Business, gives us all the same functionality that an Outlook enterprise environment is, such as delegated calendars, where an administrative assistant can schedule and accept appointments on the behalf of his or her manager or executive. It also has shared calendars for teams or for committees, and it also has resource calendars for things such as booking conference rooms. So conference rooms can be booked by themselves by inviting the conference room. There's no person or resource needed to do administration of booking resource rooms. Google Drive, so getting away from the Windows old school of having a home drive and using Google Drive to have your documents, all your Google documents, all your Microsoft Office documents, and then also taking the concept one step further with a company shared Google Drive, which is basically having a bunch of folders, one for each team, to allow them to collaborate and share documents. The biggest advantage of these two in getting people to start using this technology is that Google Drive is available on anything everywhere. People can search or bring up documents on their cell phone, and or people can access it from home, on the road, on the Chromebook. So it's all about accessibility and being able to collaborate and share documents with each other. The OCCMH directory, this is similar if you're in a corporate Outlook environment. They call it the global address list. This is the OCCMH directory. When a user looks somebody up for an email or a calendar appointment, it looks in their own personal contacts, and then it automatically goes out to the company directory. And the company directory has distribution lists, just like Outlook. It has all of the people that are at OCCMHA.org, and it also allows us to have a address book included that we can have thousands of external people to the organization in it as well. The user doesn't need to know which directory they're in. They type in a name and it finds it wherever it may be. Smartsheets is a web-based application that we use for project management and for some form processing, such as job applications. The new provider website, this is a new website. We have the intranet, which is for all staff, contractors, students, temporary people. The provider website is for the people that we subcontract services with. We're developing a website specifically for their needs, as our WW website is basically for those that we serve and has more information about the public and the community. Lucidchart is a web-based product that's somewhat like Visio, so we have a small group of people that use it either for flow charting or process flow diagrams. But being web-based, the people can access it from home on whatever they have. Much cheaper and easier to implement and support and collaborate than, say, with Microsoft Visio. InVoIP is the login that allows us for our VoIP phone system. So users can log in here, retrieve voicemails, delete voicemails, and download voicemails. They can do this on the road or at home, so they're not tied to a desk phone anymore. ADP Payroll is where we do our timesheets. Facilities request is a smart sheet for putting in for any service related items, and we have an outside contractor that is also part of this smart sheet for doing and completing the work request. Essential learning is for compliance. This is from our HR team. This is all of our training, online CBT type training that's due every year. Contracts are smart sheets with all of our contracts for review. ICE Intranet is the information supports team. Anytime that they develop any customized reports for people that are reoccurring type reports, they come out of here. Google templates are templates that are done in Google, so people have standard meeting minutes, standard templates, standard Google presentation templates. And Google Hangouts is kind of like what you would see in Skype, except instead of a one-to-one experience, it can be a 1 to 15. 15 people can be in a Google Hangout and doing a conference. So this was most often used during bad weather situations or emergencies. Again, this is Google, so this is hosted elsewhere. The building can burn down and we still have access to all of these resources we're working from home or anywhere that we're at. Sys8 is what our help desk uses for tickets. Halogen is what HR uses for performance evaluations. Microsoft Dynamics is what is used by the fiscal folks for doing the accounting functions, accounts payable, general ledger, and things like that. Office supplies, another smart sheet implementation for ordering office supplies. Invoice Receptionist is a visual way to basically log into the Invoice portal and see all the incoming calls, so it's like a simple call manager. These documents right here are new Google document, new Google spreadsheet, and new presentation. So this is basically just a shortcut so that users will have a Microsoft Word-like experience. So when they create new documents, it automatically comes up with templates and or the last documents that the user used. And if they click on the red plus, they can create a new document. So it gives a very Microsoft Office look and feel to the Google experience. These are our electronic medical records, one for the substance use program and the other one for the MIDD, mental illness and developmentally disabled programs. These are the websites that are hosted, so again, people can work from home and have access to these. And the newest member that we've been doing for 3 or 4 years that we've won a lot of awards for is iDashboards. And so this is visual reporting that allows users to manipulate the elements for the reports and look at a specific provider or a specific time period visually and pull out the reports for themselves. And so iDashboards has become huge within the organization. Purchase requisition forms, Google task list. Here's an example of using a Google presentation inline where the page automatically advances. You can have animations. People can jump to whatever slide they want. They can download this into any format they want, such as a PDF and or a Microsoft Office PowerPoint presentation, so totally self-service. Here's an example of a public calendar of public events that's viewable by anybody on the planet. And then here's important dates. Now what to point out here is that, we built this, I built this specifically for the company, but all of the resources, the things that you see over on this side, such as the phone list, these are all Google documents that people can edit from anywhere on anything, wherever they're at. These documents are live, they're embedded into the web page. So the users actually, I may have created the framework for it, but the users actually update the content. So they've been empowered, if they want something put on the page, we're put it on the page, but then they're responsible for keeping it up to date. So the company phone list with the company extensions, and all of the hunt groups and everything like that. This is all maintained by front desk staff, and so they're able to do this. So we also have things like here maps to the different locations. Other Google presentations, how to use the conference rooms at our other site. Floor plans, cell phone list. Meet the staff is actually a really good use of a Google presentation. As we've added a lot of staff this year, this is a simple Google presentation, but basically it has one slide for each team. And then within that there are slides to show the picture and title of each person on the team. So this has been very beneficial for new staff to get to know all the officers of the company and all the people in the company, including the board members. And so everybody is on here and everybody is represented, no matter if they're a student or an intern when they come into the company. Everybody's famous. Everybody gets on the Meet the Staff. We also included other documents like Google Documents for a dictionary because we have a definite lingo of buzzwords, and so for new people. Another thing that we've done with Google Presentations is we've used it as a kiosk. So in the front lobby there's a 50-inch TV screen, and this has all of the events that are happening within the building or in the community when people are in our lobby. What's also nice about this is that the Public Relations Department simply just has to, from home or anywhere in the world, go in, delete a slide, add a slide, and ask the front desk just to refresh the browser, and we're all set. So this has solved a lot of issues with them, kept publishing costs down because we can do everything electronically now and do it from wherever we're at. We've also have other people within the company keeping directories up to date. This is an example of a Google Doc that's a provider reference list. So these are available. Other services that we're offering is eFax. So we use eFax. So this was another cost-saving benefit for us to be able to work remotely, because a fax machine, well, fax machines break, fax machines run out of paper, fax machines are in the office, and sometimes weather emergencies you can't get to them. So by having eFax to service, every single team has one fax number for the team, and then fax administrators that will receive. So with eFax, we've also used Google Presentations so that new staff can understand how the actual application works. So we've used Google Presentations to do most of our training, where we can include instructions, screenshots, and in some cases even YouTube videos on how to do things. Emergency shutdown procedures for facilities have been done